the risk is huge. We try to combine the experience and the knowledge to take the good decision. Every day we are most exposed because we are every day in the mountain. We love the risk, it's one part of skiing. You know you are not playing ping pong or tennis. You risk your life.
Chamonix is not really like other ski areas or ski towns. And when it snows here, especially in the spring, there's a lot of people. And a lot of people looking to go do the same things. There's a different sort of atmosphere. It's not like you're just out with your friends or you're out in the middle of nowhere. In the morning, you got to go down to the Aiguille de Midi. Everybody's gunning for similar lines. Everybody's kind of looking for the similar experience. Everybody wants to do the same thing. They want to say that they've done one of these runs.
Mallory, the name of the north face of Aiguille de Midi, is one of the line who everybody really want to do it and talking about. For me, it's a shit line. I don't like it. It's too exposed and you don't find like the thing I want, the void and the speed. There is two parts where it's skiable, but it's not that steep and it's not that long. It's just under the cable car. So this is why it's attractive. I ski 6 times the Mallory the last 2 years, always in good condition, always in powder. I really want to ski it with proper turns, not jump turn and side step or down climbing with crampon and piolet. Like no way, no sense for me. If I want to ski it, I just waiting the good moment to do it. Allez les gars! The one! So this morning, 100 people want to ski North Face this morning. Perhaps 10 team want to ski some North Line. But I have one rule, it's like if you really want to do it, if you really want to ski it, you just go.
I think the big difference until now and the first generation is we like to ride on one shot from top to bottom without stop.
It's not about what you do, it's about how you do it. It's like surfing. It's how you ride that's important. What kind of signature you're going to leave on what kind of experience you're going to have with that mountain and that face. And if you're scared the whole time and if you're using too much manipulation with ropes, you're almost cheating yourself out of a good time.
When they start the first generation, they was riding on the hard snow.
Et donc, dans les années 71-12, on a commencé à faire la répétition de ce qu'avait fait Sodan. Et puis, et après, on s'est lancé dans des choses plus sérieuses, et notamment en neige dure et en été. Parce qu'on ne voulait surtout pas partir dans une aventure qui nous fichait en l'air à cause d'une avalanche ou d'une chute de pierre.
The old style was pretty much in bad condition, little turns, and that was the 60s, the 70s, into the 80s.
I never understand why they ride some steep so hard like this. It's so good to ride some powder on the steep couloir, quoi.
End of the 80s, into the 90s and the 2000s. You know, we're talking 20 years of history. Nobody was trying to hop turn down a line or side slip or rappel, unnecessary rappels down a line to say they did it. Everybody just wanted to ski down in good style, good conditions. That was influenced by Marco, even to an extent by Ensemble.
And we done a little bit the beginning of mix of big mountain and the first step of steep skiing.
Marco had brought this new revolution, and that was big pow, good style, big turns, and that's gone. It's gone back in time. And now you flash forward, okay, now what is it, 2018? Tof is one of the few people who's still showing people, hey, this is what we like to do. This is what the sport is for us.
Growing up in Chamonix. In Chamonix, we are born to the mountains. We are one with the mountain, one with the nature, and feel the evolution of your surrounding. As a child, I was never thinking about what was beyond the valley. There are so many activities and so many sports and adventures to share with friends. I never did anything extreme as a kid. My family home was just outside of downtown Chamonix, close to the forest and surrounded by trees. My parents always gave me the best opportunity. My mom first came to Cham for holiday from the center of France and started to work in the tourism office. After she met my father, she never left. My parents were busy at work and only had the weekends to enjoy leisure. I'm grateful for my sister. She has been close by my side for many years. Gazing out the window, pointing up to the top of the mountain and looking for something to ski, I was always attracted to aiguille. Skiing was already in my blood. The first pair of ski I got when I was 2 years old. My mom took me to the hill with the family dog. At the age of 5, I started the ski club. I was a part of the ski club of Chamonix, and my best friend Dudes was in the ski club of Argentina. Dudes and I did a lot of activity together growing up as a kid. We grew up in the ski racing together. School was hard for me. I never felt satisfied in school. My friend and I wanted to be outside with nature. We wanted more for ourselves. At the age of 13, I was on snow 5 days of the week for training. That's when I started to think about how skiing was a big part of my life. When I stopped competing, I looked to ski big mountain. I started to use the new equipment and more skiing in the big mountain. I was often frustrated when my passion for skiing evolved. My father would not take me to aiguille. He could not teach me the glacier or rope manipulation, so I was left to teach myself. When I started to learn, my confidence grew quickly with new experience. I was motivated to push myself and to get better. I had the people to support me and to teach me. In my heart, I know I wanted to be the fastest skier in the world.
One day we were in a derby in Italy. I saw two young bloods to ride freaky, and they won the competition. And I bring them in a free ride, mid-mountain mountaineering and high mountain, first step of steep skiing. At this time we really searched the powder, the good snow.
So Tof in the beginning was, still fresh out of high school, and he had a really good style, and it was like reminiscent of, maybe when Jeremy Nobis was in Alaska, the sort of skiing that's based almost in ski racing. The angles, stance of the skier, the speed, control, how aggressive it can be. Pete showing them where to ski and how it was possible to ski these beautiful runs in perfect conditions. You watch this film now, you watch a transformation of a teenage kid to a full adult, full man, and taking all the things that he's learned along the way to put it together. Of course, in Chamonix, the next stage is going to be, hey, take it to the steep mountains, take it to the big mountains, and he made that progression.
Allez Tof, fais-toi plaisir. Yes man, je t'aime, Greg, je t'aime. Prenez soin de moi. the couloir Gervasuti 2 times. The line is 1000 meter drop. Start 55 degree to 45. Super hard to get it in POW. When I did it, it was under good condition. Spring snow in the middle of the POW and pretty sketchy. Like, I want to ski it my style, I want to charge, I want to ski it fast. And it wasn't possible.
The climate is changing. The glacier and the mountains are changing. And so I am. Skiing was my drug, my medicine. But deep inside, I felt the darkness. I was the happiest skier, but deep inside, I was alone.
She is so much with me. I can really feel her. I lost my mom, she got a cancer. The first years after that, I feel super fragile. It was so hard to see my dad really destroyed. She was the roof, she was the manager about all his life. And when you don't get roof, you are fragile. My mom teach me life, teach me to be a good person, to be gentle, to listen, to never lie. If she was there, perhaps many things not gonna happen in this way. I didn't accept many things and I push away a lot of problems too. And it's so hard because it's still there and it's gonna take a lot of time. I really want to push all my force, all my energy for skiing, and it was like my drug. This was one of the things who make me the most happy and the thing who can perhaps help me to not thinking about the death of my mom. And the only way for me is to be in the mountain, is to be up there, to share those kind of moments with my son right now. This is one of the things make me the most happy man in the earth.
He has an attitude about a kid who was 12 years old. He already skied all slope in Chamonix last year and he's just 6. Try to give it to him the good thing, find the good place, the good snow, and he loving it, he loves skiing. I bring him skiing in powder now. He just want powder now, he loves powder. Last year we skied Vallée Blanche and he was 5 years old and he just did it like so easy. I was thinking he's gonna be so tired at the bottom of the line, but no, he just like run by himself above us and just like keep going, and for him it was like nothing. It's so much emotion when I ski with him, like almost make me crying. How it's cool to see your son like do the same passion of you and make it good too. And I learn a lot of things by myself. Take me like a long time to becoming what I am now. I wish he gonna get the spirit, the motivation. If he really like it, I gonna help him and teach him the most thing I know.
Steep skiing for me means nothing. People used to ski and thinking about they are steep skier because they go in 40-45 degrees. For me and my friend, we get a different approach.
To the skiing, to the steep lines, to almost everything was keeping like a passion of pleasure. It's like when you drop into a big wave when someone's riding, you watch the guys on the surfboard. It's until they exit, the whole time they're right on the edge. You're feeling how hard they're pushing to go. They're not just stopping.
When I learned big mountain, I was with Pif, and he is a mono skier.
Pif, who in this valley is pretty much the legend of monoski. Even Marco at his high level, it was Pif's energy and his knowledge of the runs and how to go, when to go, the idea of skiing fast, the idea of skiing first, beautiful tracks. I would say he would probably be the most influential person in this valley, even though he was a mono skier.
And he teach me how to be safe, to be soft, how to start a line, to fly above, to find an exit, to find a safe spot. Mono skier helped me to ski good. Snowboarder helped me to ski good. And I take the experience of those guys to make me a better skier. In Chamonix, we don't care about if you are on monoski or if you are on snowboard or on ski. We do the same activity.
We don't really make fun of anybody unless you can't ride. Whatever you're into, whatever your passion, and that's just an instrument. It's how you ride and when you ride and what sort of experience that you're looking for. That's interesting here.
We don't thinking about, okay, we have to do this line or this line. This is more about communication with the mountain. We're waiting the call of the mountain. If you are in the Cham, in the bar, it's not gonna happen. With Dudes and Vivian Bruchet, we were thinking about skiing Mont Blanc.
I think it's good to choose a line. Like you want to do this line, but the thing is not like this, unreal. Like if you want to ride this line, you have to wait for the good conditions for riding this line.
We heard about another team gonna go there. We don't want to follow tracks. I was in Grand Montet with the binocular and I realized like, oh, it's not in condition. The people don't climb with the rope and not skiing. So we changed the plan. With Dudes, we go to Refuge Argentia together. We didn't really know exactly what we're gonna do. Almost in the same moment, we checked the triolet. The triolet was full of power and we realized, okay, we know we have a plan. We're gonna ski triolet tomorrow, it's sure.
I was waiting for that day when we are looking the mountain and the mountain just call us, you know, and just say, come and ride me, it's the perfect powder. Let's go, man. It's the day. It's now or never.
So it was in the refuge. The owner take care of us, like Fred and Bea. And it's so important because those guys put us in the good confidence too. It's so good to be with good people who take care about you before do those kind of mission. We wake up at 5 and climb the Col des Courtes. And we climbing too fast. We was in the summit and we start to do a ridge. Super exposed, super steep, and almost one of the gnarliest ridge I did in my life. Like the rope was flying between together, and you know if your friends jump in right, you have to jump left. It was like really intense moment. And when we arrived in the summit of the line, it was like powder, not so much wind, perfect visibility, and we can check like the first section of the line and look perfect. Nothing gnarly, nothing extreme, just exactly what we're looking for. The second part of the line was really under the serac, really exposed. Everything who fall from above gonna pass exactly where we are. So I remember it was almost the same feeling I get in Javazuti, looking the serac and thinking about Mom, Greg and all the friends I lost in the mountain, and the mountain have to take care of us. And this rappel was pretty gnarly, pretty steep in the icefall, on the icefall. And after the section, we arrived like almost after the half of the run, and we know after that it was like the end of the exposition of the serac. We was like pretty protect on the right side and looking for riding the last big spine all the way down, and we know we're gonna ski it properly good. But it was steep, still exposed because you can't fall. And I remember we was in the line and we look each other and we was like, we feel good. And with dudes we just share the last down like pretty easily. We realize, okay, we did the triolet. It's huge, it's a big one. The top part is not that steep, it's 35, 40 maximum. I don't say it's my best line, it's a good line, it's beautiful. I just catch the best moment in different lines in the season I get. And it's really hard for me to say this one was the best one. I just try to get the good moment in different part of the mountain.
It's a lot of emotions. I remember when we arrived down of the triolet, I was like, still crying. But anytime, the more you push your mind, the more you will loving your descent. It's a Jamaican world, Jamaican vibes, Jamaican world, Jamaican world, Jamaican vibes. How can me live in it, give it for all the youth? How can me ride in it, step line to the youth? How can me live in it, riding with Tof, riding like a rough man, riding like a tough man. Jamaican world, Jamaican vibe, Jamaican world, Jamaican world, Jamaican vibe. How can me ride in it, riding for all the youth? How can me ride in it, riding all the mountains? How can me ride in it, riding around the world? How can me ride in, riding and loving? It's a Jamaican world, Jamaican vibe, Jamaican world, Jamaican vibe.
I'm so grateful for my son, my sister and close friends in Chamonix. They helped me through my darkest times. Without my mentors, Piff, Nate, and ski partner, Dudes and Papi, I would not be the skier I am today. The knowledge in Chamonix has been passed over by generation, from Anselmo, Marco Siffredi, Piff, Nate, and now to me. They have been my mentors and inspiration. Nate and Piff told me to listen to the mountain, and together with Anselmo, Marco Siffredi, they inspired me to be the skier I am today. I want to follow their passion for mountain and their vision of skiing. I want to teach the same to my son, to be grateful, to listen, to be humble, to never lie. The last thing my mother told me,
Life is not pink. Life is not easy. Tough. It's gonna be hard for you. You have to be strong. You have to be so strong.
Destiny, one love, one family. Ce matin-là, man, tout était merveilleux. Chaque chose, chaque paysage tombait tout droit des cieux. Mais les yeux rivés sur la montagne, le lever de soleil éclaire mon âme. Et j'ai sorti mon tam-tam. C'est là qu'on est parti en transe, man. La montagne s'est mise à danser comme des chamois en liberté. Aucune barrière pour nous stopper, juste notre passion pour s'élever. Et la vie pour s'émerveiller, mais plus important que tout, sur ta mi-foi tu dois veiller. One love, one destiny, one destination. There is one love, one family. Yeah, man. Faut savoir profiter de la vie, l'aventure est omniprésente, le présent, le futur, souris à l'avenir, choisis ta voie, man. Celle qui te passionne, mais surtout ne laisse personne briser tes rêves, mais cultive cette petite graine, laisse-la grandir dans tes veines, tu finiras solide comme un chêne, then again. Et je me dis que c'est la vie, la man, et je me dis que c'est ce que j'aime. Je me dis que c'est ma voix, nanamène, et je me dis qu'elle est belle. There is one love, one destiny, one destination. There is one love, one family. The bad Monday, the bad Monday, the bad Monday. Right on the mountain, right on the mountain, right every summit with my bro, with my bro. This is a tough man, Jew. This is a rough man, bro. This is a bro like the you.
Bang bang!
Joy.